Well, hello everybody. Thank you for being here. I am sorry I took a little hiatus last week as I was dealing with a family tragedy. My brother passed away, and I did all I could to save him. He had a heart attack here at the house, and I was giving him CPR for about 13, 14 minutes before the EMTs arrived, at which point they took over, and it was just there was no coming back. So
Yeah, man, my condolences on that.
thank you. Yeah, he was a great guy. I don't think anybody that ever met him didn't end up loving the guy. Um, Always had a smile on his face, always happy to be around, and maybe the most helpful person I have ever known. He would do anything for anybody, and I don't mean that like everybody says that. I actually mean it. My brother was Millis Construction. Thanks for being here, Cody Brown, Impact Nation Tools, the Shaggy Rifleman. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. But Ted McDonald, thank you for being here. I know everybody says that about their family or when somebody passes, but literally, my brother, both mentally, physically handicapped, he worked in the kitchen at the Optimist Club just down the street from us. Even though he was physically unable to do that, I like the lighting, by the way, Robert. Even though he was physically unable to perform some of the tasks, he always was there trying, and I'm gonna miss him terribly. He's a great guy. Juan Prats, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, brother. Um, Great guy. Hi to the Robert brothers. Hello, Pedram. Glad you could make
Hey,
it.
and not to interrupt, I switched to YouTube to turn the volume down because I have two screens up. The dark lighting was good, or this lighting's better.
Uh, by the way, I was being facetious. The darker the lighting on your face, the better. Kind of like what your wife said to me. uh,
I'll get the paper bag.
all right, all right. So what you all don't know is that my brother passed away on Saturday. On Sunday, we had actually scheduled a vacation. So I have been gone for the last week, left my house, and now I'm back to the real world again. Um, so we went down to Branson. I met one of my subscribers by the name of Rodney Widger down there, who, by the way, Branson's a great area. He took me to a couple of music shows. No, guys, I still don't like music, but he took me to a couple of shows. I had a good time. Rodney's he's a great guy, very friendly. I feel very fortunate to have so many great subscribers and to get to meet them. Don Perquette is here. Thank you, Don, for being here. Don is the one that sent us the Ridgid mid torque that we tested on the last live stream. One of the
Nice.
Roberts like to play Tool Batman. That'd be that guy. Um, but yeah, I went on vacation. I did pick up several tools while I'm on vacation. One of the attractions to me for Branson is they have a direct tool factory outlet uh, right in town. They used to have two. They only have one now. They also have Harbor Freight, Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot. So even though I was on vacation, I was still making videos for you guys. I even left the resort that I was at to drive up the street to Grizzly, which was on Friday, and got to see an amazing store. And I plan on going back. I didn't know how Grizzly would do, like if anybody was interested in it as far as a walkthrough, because it's not Home Depot, it's not Lowe's, so you know. But I had a great time. Now that's what's going on with me, and enough of the emotional garbage. Let's go to somebody that has no emotional garbage. What you been up to, my man?
Oh man, giving away more tools to my buddies. That's what it's all about, you know.
You sure do like giving your boys the tools.
I sure do. Got rid of that 12-volt DeWalt set. I liked it, man. I really did. But you know, you get more use out of it. I just got a house, and he asked me. This is what started it, right? He was like, "Hey, I know you got that tool thing going on, and I was wondering, should I get the Ryobi set?" And I was like, "No, no. Let me let me help you." I was like, "Actually, I'll give you some tools. It'll cost me money, just so you don't buy Ryobi."
No, I would do the same thing. I, it depends.
It
That
really does. It's hard to say, right? And then you're like, well, you get the HP one, right? But then it's like, what if he doesn't get that? Then he's ruined for cordless tools. You're like, oh, they're still not ready. They need to be cord.
right.
You know what I mean? Like it's literally that's what's going to happen. You know, anything 12-volt DeWalt is going to be better than a standard Ryobi.
Sure. Well, my biggest issue with Ryobi has always been that it is an inconsistent tool line. Big Vato, what's up, my man? How you doing tonight? Llama is in the house. Great to have Llama here. Sorry, I'm a little out of it still. I drove for about 5 hours. The trip down to Branson, Branson is only 3 hours from my house, so it's not actually that far. But it took 5 hours to get there, going down, because every exit my mom made me stop and like move her. Now my mom, just so you guys know, my brother passing away was a shock, very very big shock. My mom does not have much time left. That's just the long and the short of it. Her she's no longer willing, not that she's not able, she's no longer willing to move on her own. So I have to pick her up. She's 230 pounds. I have to pick her up and move her. uh, God bless my guy from Wig Splitter. All right. um, but I have to pick her up, I have to move her, I have to kind of situate her anymore. So I decided, um, and actually a difficult decision, that I am going to be putting her back into a nursing home.
Yeah, when it gets like that, it's for the best because you know, I not to get too personal here, but you know, my mom passed away with cancer through hospice, so I went with that, and then I moved my grandma with me. My mom passed away, and then she essentially did the same thing where she just went with hospice. She got older. She didn't want to do anymore, and people that love you do less for you than strangers. That's just the way it is. You know, you can teach your son baseball all day, but then he goes to a coach, you know, you're paying $200 for, and he's like, oh, this is great. I've learned this brand new thing. And you're like, I've been teaching you this all your life. You know, it's just like, that's just the way
Uh,
it is.
it's true, and I think my mom's at a point now. First of all, I love having her home. I love my mom. I want to have her with us, but she's at a point, just unfortunate circumstances in life, where she lost her husband the 31st of December. She lost my brother the 14th of this month. That's the second of her sons that she has lost. I'm the youngest of 10. She had 8 children. Um, my dad had 5, but together they had 3 together. Thank you, Lama. I appreciate that. Yes, Millis, it is very tough. It's not something I want to do. But the part of what this channel is about is sharing my life with you guys. So yeah, I can come on and I can be Mo Ron. I can be Dougie DeWild. I can do all the characters. Rodney Widger, thank you for being here. Um, yes, I did make it home safely. Thank you. Uh, yes, Cody's joking. He's like, "Dang, like 100 kids, 10 of us. There were literally 10 brothers and sisters. Uh, between them, 5 brothers, 4 sisters, and then me, the youngest. My mom lost her oldest two within the last 4 years, I want to say, and uh, then she lost, losing her husband. It's just been one thing after another, and I don't blame her for kind of giving up, as I see it. Hit that thumbs up for Tools with Souls. Thank you. Jeremy Nguyen, great to have you here. Thank you for showing up. But it's one of those things. Now, part of the sharing, I'm going to show you tonight some of the god awful tools that I have purchased and I regret buying. And when I say they're god awful, I mean it. So you guys in the comment section right now, do me a huge favor. All right, there's 27, 28 people in the audience right now. Every one of you write down or type in or whatever you're going to do. What is the worst tool or tools that you have purchased, or purchased or been given? Because I'll be honest with you, Father's Day is next month. Father's Day is next month, and I know, Llama, I'm not even going to highlight that comment, you sicko.
Yeah, hey,
But I know we're about to get inundated with a bunch of stuff that we don't want because we're men, and the easiest thing for people to do is just buy.
be right back.
All right. So I'm just gonna. Sorry, you guys got to deal with this ugly mug all on your own. So Jay said Porter Cable, Llama, and Ted McDonald lied and said Ridgid. Jamie True, we've seen Ridgid stuff before. As a matter of fact, one of the tools that I am going to present is a Ridgid, and it's actually one I made a special trip. I think it was about an 6-hour round trip or 7-hour round tripper just to buy it. And the minute I got it home and used it, I regretted my decisions. I make very bad decisions. Ridgid ruined Halloween for me. Jamie Lee Curtis is still hot, dude. Back then, not now, but back in the 80s when she was doing the Halloween movies, she was hot. My, my man, the Father's Day kiss can be a toughie. Yeah. Well, Father's Day, Christmas, like I don't. Maybe I'm just like old, but my son, like my wife, buys the gifts that my son says he gives me, and I'm not supposed to know it, but I know it because my son, he just thinks of himself.
Is it the PSD of the PTSD from Ridgid? Can't drink orange juice.
Actually, orange juice makes me sick because the only time we were poor as kids, when I was a kid, and the only time you got orange juice when I was very young is when you were sick. So still to this day, if I drink a glass of orange juice, I
I
throw
think you're
up.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I throw up. It's just like Brandon T in the house. Thank you for being here, Brandon. Still waiting on my Ridgid saw, about 2 months LSA. Brandon, the Brandon Thibodeau, he was a member. It's not showing him as a member anymore. But Brandon, the thing about that is it's not always Ridgid's fault. If you took it to a Home Depot, I'm not defending it. I don't know what's going on, but there you go.
Everything's behind right now.
Father's Day, any tool is better than a necktie. I am going to prove that wrong tonight. How many World's Greatest Dad shirts have been taken to the Goodwill? I don't actually take them to Goodwill. I use them as rags when I'm working on my car. There you go. Just letting it out. I don't drink tools and techs. What do you think about that flex? He wants to know what you think about the
I don't know what's wrong with the flex. I do I still like it, or did I do something that broke it? Wait, which one? Because the chuck broke. I think it's awesome the chuck broke. I've been trying to break the chuck for a year. Um, the chuck isn't flexes. The just like this ROM chuck is ROMs. Doesn't make it DeWalt's. So the fact that I was able to break something just shows the power of it. But I think Tools of Souls has broken some chucks too on other things. But that just shows you how powerful the tool is. What's the best thing about Flex? They sent me a brand new drill, no questions asked. And I told them I've been trying to break it for a year. And their response was, we're just going to send you a new one. And I got it in a week. So I didn't have to wait 2 months. Is that what he said before? He's been waiting 2 months. Yeah. Unheard of. I mean, if it continues that way, hands down the best. But I feel like I got really lucky because that is insanely rare for that kind of customer service.
Mowgli Vapes is correct. Always inspect tool. That's why one of the things that I did a video a while back where I held a 12-volt DeWalt. I was like, I'm not going to buy this because my hand is too big to fit around it because it had the little lip for the light, and I couldn't get my pinky past that lip in the light to get my hand on the tool. So I was like, yeah, don't buy it. For me, if you got big hands, don't buy it. And I meant that as a way of explaining to people, you should go to the stores. You should put these tools in your hands, inspect them, look them all over before you buy them. Because, pictures look nice and all, but until you have it in your hand, until you feel it, the quality of it, whatnot, don't buy it. That's just good advice.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The Flex is awesome.
RJ is love having so many good people here tonight.
The Flex is awesome. Yeah.
Yep. Black & Decker I could afford, but really underpowered. I am right there with you. That's what she said. So
there's something to be said about that Flex too. I finally got my hands back on one of these. I've never actually used one of these until a couple of weeks ago. Whenever I bought this brand new a couple of years ago, I instantly gave it to my buddy. I didn't even use it myself. And I got his old, what is this, the 2503? So he had the 2403, is that right? The Gen 2. He gave me his Gen 2 beat up. I gave him my new Gen 3 that I hadn't even pulled the trigger on yet because I'm cursed with doing things like that for people. So anyway, I want a non-biased thought on this because I know what the Flex is capable of. I've never actually ran this head to head. My thoughts, that's what I'm getting to right now. I don't know yet. I can tell you right now, I installed some exhaust fans at a house the other day, and I used the Flex Impact, and there's a lot of control with it, even though it's a little bit bigger, might be a little bit wider. It is fairly compact. It's not a huge, but the 24 volt makes it a little bit bigger. Don't get me wrong. It has a lot of control because when you're zipping in a screw, first off, it's going 4,000 RPMs. So, I mean, it's almost like a nail gun at that point. Wherever your screw is pointing, if you got pressure behind it, it's zip. It's in there. There's no tack, 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 tack. Like the old style Makitas, which is what I'm really, really familiar with. While you're pushing on the wood, while you're trying to drive the screw, you might be going like a toenail. I do a lot of toenailing. You're pushing the wood, as the screws make contact and it's moving out of the way. What are you laughing at?
Well, you said Makita and driving screws.
Oh yeah.
So anybody that doesn't know,
I don't know, man. The most common thing, I mean, everyone runs lags and stuff on the tests. Day to day, like actual real world use, that Flex is amazing because it drives 3-inch screws before it even has a chance to impact. It literally goes tack, and it's done, and they're set. And it's like, I'm really curious to see how this one does that. And I'm really, really bad with names, man. Let me find it up here real quick. Shout out to Brandon T. He hit me up and he wanted me to do a comparison on the lowest speed settings on the to see what the difference in the torque was and when the screws start to drive and do all that stuff. But I wanted to get a 6.0 amp hour battery for him before I started doing these tests. And I've got that coming as well. So that video is coming up. I didn't forget about our conversation.
Would you recommend it for an electrician?
Yes.
And some of these impacts are they have too much power and they shoot the screw head into space. That's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably true. And I will say, I've used the Flex. I like it. I like it a lot. I just, and I'm now, Robert, you've had the Flex for a year and you said you don't know if you would recommend it above other brands. And I am going to say,
yes, I would.
all right,
But I can't definitively say that it's better. But I would say I don't know, man. You go on with what you're saying. I contradicted myself. I'm gonna shut up. I'll be over here if you need me. I haven't opened this. I haven't used it. I just said that.
No, I was going to say that if you've used it for a year and you haven't decided that yet, then that does say no. Like, to me,
Right. I don't want to recommend anything on my channel based on a biased. So until I run this, my thought on this is that it's probably going to start impacting before the screw is set, thus ramping up the inch pounds, which is more likely to break the screw head off versus a quick zip and then attack at the end. And no doubt, if you've got what is your RPM on this? You got 3,600 versus 4,000 RPMs. You can't deny that the Flex is going to drive a screw faster. You just can't, because this is already 400 RPM slower before it starts impacting, before there's a load. So I don't know. I really want to see what that does to a screw as it's driving. Not the overall torque on the biggest leg. We already know that thing's better than the Flex as far as power. And that's same with the 2804. Milwaukee is just damn impressive. There's no other way to put it. But for practicality, doing everyday tasks, I think Flex has it in the bag.
Okay. There you go. Renegade's Garage, is great to have you here. I don't think I've missed anybody else new, so there you go. Is it better for an electric? He already said yes.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to introduce you guys to the first of 4 of the worst tools I have ever either purchased or been given. And the first one up is one that hasn't even left the case yet. And if you guys buy this for someone, know that there is a special place in hell waiting for you. Okay? Because I actually have 2 of these. One's out of the case. And I'm pretty sure that I used a home protective device to do away with it. And then the other one I left because she got me one in 2 different years. So there you go. And it's this thing. Have you guys the right tool for every job, universal wrench? It's 48 in 1. Such pretty packaging on it.
That looks like a 1999 deal.
Yeah. She did buy it from the TV.
Oh man.
Twice, as I said, and I'm not telling you how I feel about that tool, but that thing, it works. I'm going to say that before anybody rips me. RJ is a can't wait till I can have fuel surge impacts to play with. Hey, there you go. I will say it does work. It just doesn't do it well. It is an awful, awful tool. Like it doesn't stay steady. If you pull on it in any way, it tends to flex up. It does. If I have my choice between that and say a pair of vice grips,
vice grips, dang.
I'm grabbing the vice grips. It's just the way, like a gator socket. Yeah, I actually do have. My wife now has begun. She like knows me well enough that if she buys me a bad tool, she knows I'm going to make fun of it. So she just got me, and let me grab it real quick.
I've still got my original gator from Sears. I never used it, but I've got it.
It's right there. It's right there. You see little prongs in there. Oh yeah, this. So
Yeah.
she will buy me these tools as a joke, knowing that I am just gonna not use them, but just gonna because it's a gift. I don't get rid of it. Like I keep it, even though I never intend on using it or taking it out of the package. So, oh yeah, Cody, it came with a wrench, and I'm pretty sure that you can break that wrench just by looking at it. It gets that gets 10 Roncos. All right. You guys are not very active tonight. Are you just off of your game because I took a week off to mourn my brother? And you're like, here's this schmuck. He's like, he's back, and I'm watching him. It came the wrench too. Jay Taylor in the house. Hello, Jay Taylor. Glad to have you here. I appreciate you, man. BW's Electronic is here too. They work for putting in screw hooks or screw eyes.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the Gator Grip has its uses. I just haven't used it. I actually have like a special thing that I can put in my impact that you put the little hook in, push a trigger, and it goes right in. I don't need the grater for that.
Allen wrench.
No, it's not an Allen wrench.
No, I'm telling you, put an Allen wrench in your drill.
Oh, okay. I have 4 tools on the way. After they come in, I'm going to do the flex deal 150 off 500. I'm getting the fan, the rear handle circ saw, the one-handed reset sip saw with a 10 amp hour stack and another charger. Hey, that's a good kit. I like that. You'll get my undivided attention shortly. All right, RJ. What up, fam? Just living the. My wife would have an accident if she got me that.
Oh no.
Probably has a cool gator hack. Oh, I bet he does. That flex kit is insane. Yeah, you know what? Flex. If they had a bigger tool line, I could say go with flex.
No,
But
they
it'd
got a
be
bunch
like,
of douchebag marketing.
hey, Cody Brown is on vacation till the 1st, and he gets paid for it.
There you go.
Way to go. I wish I could get that, but retirement and payments, they just don't work hand in hand together anymore.
Oh, I canceled my battery shipment from
Acme.
Acme. Yeah, exactly. That one.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that, by the way, the Milwaukee Pack Out Cup.
Yeah, no. Really?
Dude.
Yes, $30.
They're 35. 100% I would do it all day.
I almost bought that, and it made it to the register. So the first time I saw it, it didn't make it to the register, and the second time I made it to the register, and it was in the $20 spot, and someone had switched it, and then when I got to the register, it's like, these are 30, and I was like, no.
So Renegade is 100% right. Yes, the founder's lifetime warranty, whatever they call it now, has been extended through the end of this year. So if you buy into the Flex line this year, they give you a lifetime warranty as long as you register your tool.
Within 30 days.
Yeah, and I never let. That's why I like Ridgid, because it's 90 days. In 90 days, I'll find the time at some point. In 30 days, I'm not doing it. I don't even think about it for 30 days. Acme still waiting on my cordless extended ratchet from Acme. Yeah. Pack
Well,
out, pimp.
I
I'm
ordered
telling you.
I placed that order April 14th, and now I get an email saying they're on back order. Like, how do you back order something that's not even out yet that you had a month to get? And then I just hit up Lowe's and it's like, oh, it'll be here tomorrow.
Man Caver Tools is in the house. Hello, Dave. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I like I say with everything, I wait till they're in store. If they're not in store, I don't buy it. I have wanted the Ridgid grease gun for almost a year, and didn't get it until I saw it in store at Direct Tools over the last week.
Oh, you got it now?
Oh yeah, I picked
Nice.
it up 127 at for the grease gun,
No,
which
that's not bad at all.
nah,
No, that's not bad at all.
no, I had to. They also had the oh, I my goodness, I almost went broke. Because they had the rigid table saw, they had the 8-inch jointer there, just so many of the tools that I've been wanting, but I've got a funeral to pay for, so I decided to leave them. I just can't work it into the budget right now. He got it in Branson, Missouri. Yes, I did. Rodney, if you were here at 7 o'clock,
Woohoo.
you would have heard me say nice things about you. But since you were late, those nice things are over. You'll just go back and watch. You'll see. I said nice things about you. Ryobi days almost have me going broke. I will not say the same. I no, I can't say that. DeWalt makes a better grease gun.
They probably
I
do,
don't.
but not for 127.
I can tell you, I've seen them tested against one another. I'm going to doubt the veracity of that statement.
Big words.
There you go. So, did you grab some of your don't buy this garbage tools?
Yeah. I think I've featured it on here a couple of times, but this thing is this thing, man. I don't even know where to start with. First, I think the battery weighs more than a 20-volt power stack. I mean, it's like, yeah.
I could. I have a few of those batteries around. I've
Actually,
even
you know
got.
what? You know what? They're almost the same way. They're not quite. This one's definitely heavier, but I mean, it's like this is noticeably heavy in my hand.
I even have the 4.
Wow. Do some demo with that.
You'll all be seeing that later. I'm just saying. Just keep an eye on it, because that will be making an appearance. Veracity.
So, I mean, I bought this just because the coolness factor of it, but it's not even. It can't even. I mean, it just doesn't. There's nothing. It's just bad. So it's just this thing's just terrible.
Yeah, a couple of things I don't like about that tool is it's a press. So you literally determine the speed it goes by pressing down. The harder you press down, supposedly the faster it goes. It's for a 12-volt tool as a screwdriver.
Heavy too.
Yeah, it'll take a little getting used to. Makes
My
the best.
my next ones though, no one's gonna agree with my next ones.
Ridgid gun is nice. Got it before it went up at DT. I think it was $80. Yeah. That's a big 12-volt battery. Yes, it is. Hit the like. One that surprised me with its weight and non-usefulness was the Klein all-in-one nut driver thing. Wow. Not the new impact version, but the original. Okay. It's heavy. It was way too fat. So many reasons to hate it. Yeah, I like the new one. I really do.
I actually like that it was fat. The 9/16 nut driver. So your typical Klein nut drivers, like they're usually like about like that big as like the handle. And then once you get to like 9/16, they made one that's like bigger, so you get a nice big old purchase on it, which is really useful for building strut racks using 3/8 nuts. And all thread and all that stuff. I actually like the big handle on the Klein stuff.
Sorry, I was answering Rodney's question. Yeah, I found it in my truck today.
But yeah, it's kind of gimmicky. And the impact thing that you mentioned, the stack thing, I didn't even bother with that. It looked like just you lose one thing and then you're out buying a whole nother set.
Yeah, I'm with him. So that little screwdriver, it or,
Not computer stuff. Not computer stuff.
no, because you got to press down on
Oh
it.
yeah, no, it won't stop. So there's no
Yeah, Cody, I like that too.
I don't think I have a bit in here.
New Metabo bits are awesome. I'm just thinking about buying the Flex. You should. It's at least worth a buy, just to look at it. You got, you know, test it
See
out.
if we can see this. Actually, I got a better idea. Let's do this.
Are the Metabo bit kits still on sale? Yes.
I got to take it's a brand new pen. Got to take the jelly thing off of it.
Renegades, that would be a great first step.
Okay. See if we can see that black line that I made there.
Hold on.
Yeah, you can see it spinning. So obviously this is not the right way to do this, just like most of my channel is all about. But if you push on this, it starts off slow, and then the more pressure you give it, it starts to go faster. But the problem with it is it's just not. It's just not. It's not. This thing weighs like 2 pounds. I mean, just look at it. It's like the size of your freaking hand. It's just
maybe
not.
Your hand.
And that's why we have this. That's why we're doing this whole thing about what tools don't get, because it looks fun. It looks good. But it's not. Don't get it. This thing's bad.
So you made an entire I hate it video on that one, but decided didn't want that negative stuff on the channel. You know what? For a laugh, if it's for a laugh, that's one thing. The old kits are on sale. The new ones are much improved. The Metabo HPT bits. Yeah. I don't know. Not yet. Ted McDonald doesn't want a sense for me right now. Yeah. He are talking about switching it to Flex.
That one-handed reset, dude, is dope. I like the one-handed reset a lot.
Yeah. I had to pick up the Flex kit today, 315. Couldn't say no. No, not at that. Probably go back, but had to check out. Hey, it's all good. So you did one and I did one. Another Father's Day gift coming right up. Because I'll be honest with you, I've never figured out a way to make this thing work. Okay, another one of it is skill, by the way. This continues my long hate affair with skill.
How do you raise the thing?
You don't. So inside of here, if you can see that, there are little teeth.
Okay.
That when you're turning it a certain way, the teeth are supposed to grab on to your
what size? All sizes?
Yeah. No. Well, the various. So this one is 5/16 to 1 inch, or 23, 24, 25 millimeter.
That's huge.
That's what she said. I mean, for you.
That's like pole light bolts.
Yeah, but so, however, because it doesn't fit on tightly, it's kind of counterintuitive, and right. So you're trying to get it to go like, you're like doing that with your, even though you're not supposed to. So every time I grab one of these, I end up going chucking.
I was going to ask you, but now you threw it away. Could you act like a ratchet? Because you go negative and then it releases.
Well, you have to flip. So it's kind of like
no.
Box, like an old open end wrench where you
yes,
proper use of them.
Right.
You would use it one way, flip it over, and then come back, and then you just keep doing that to get it to go faster, so you have more
Oh no,
maneuverability with it.
I shaved my beard like 3 months ago, and it was, dude. No, never again. Like this is about as short as you're ever gonna see it. This is where it needs to stay. Trust me.
I want to know why we don't have 40 likes right now. What's the matter, guys? What the hell? There's been more than 40 people in there. Tools with souls, come on, man. The flex tools are getting too dusty. I actually broke. I broke the chuck on Flex, DeWalt, and Metabo in one live stream. So anybody that says questions the quality of the Flex and its chuck, well, the DeWalt gave up the ghost before it did. Metabo, which I was surprised at, actually broke. So I have 3 broken chucks up there, and I got to get them all repaired, or just replace it myself because it's so much easier. They don't make bottles you need. Oh, that's right. I can use that thing as a bottle opener.
The other day, man, this is the first time I've ever done this. I was wrenching on one of these Kleins because they're all the same. I spun this rubber handle portion like 40 degrees one way, and I can't get it back on that one with the slide drive. Speaking of breaking things.
Yeah.
And now it's like lopsided. It's got like a freaking tumor like on the side. It's like just like lopsided, and it's terrible.
You probably shouldn't do that. So Renegade's asking where ACM is. We've made a formatting change, and one of the things that we're going to be doing here in the future is we're going to just have 3 people on. Anybody outside of those 3 people that come on is just going to be a guest. They're not going to be part of the regular show. So we've made that decision. We're also going to be doing some drastically different kind of crazy things to make this live stream better. At least I hope that it makes the live stream better. As it is right now, it's fine. Did I tell people about the bad restaurant to avoid if they come to Branson? Not yet. Not yet.
Do you want to do that? Was it that bad?
I got sick within 15 minutes of eating there.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. It's a place called like Local Flavor or something. And I got like a taco salad, but it was made with Doritos. But
nice.
They weren't real Doritos. They were like knockoff brand Walmart Doritos. The food was just awful. But I think it was a place called like Local Flavor. It's supposed to be like a mom and pop, and they said it was one of the best places to eat in Branson. And I'll be honest with you, if I have one of you guys that I don't like, I'm going to take you there. I'm not going to eat anything. I'm going to have water, but you're more than welcome to partake.
RJ's asking about tape measures. Man, the Klein Fat Max, the 16, not the Klein, not Klein.
I'm gonna say Klein.
The Stanley. So the Klein, they have magnets on them, and it sounds cool. The only thing that magnetic tape measures are used for is to retrieve your tools when you're on the scissor lift that you've dropped, so you can snap it to your wrench or whatever and get that thing back up there. For years, Cobalt. They probably still do this. It's Cobalt. They should do lifetime warranty. What is their warranty on their tape measures now? I've been out of the field game where I've been destroying tape measures every week. But I used to go through a tape measure. I've honestly probably bought about 200 tape measures in my life, and I've only got 5 to show for. And the Stanley Fat Max 16-footer is the most durable, most practical. You got an 11-foot standout. If you got a strap, our company was every 8 feet, but code says 10 feet. If you got a strap your conduit every 10 feet, that means you can set up your ladder 8 feet away. Take that piece of conduit way over here, stab it into
off
that
camera
purposely. Stab it into the open coupling on the other side, and then get your level mark on each side of your pipe, drop that pipe, drill your hole, put your strap on, your monitors,
Yeah.
and keep trucking. And you can't do that with the standard tape measure. The standout's not long enough, and the magnet just makes your tape measure fall too soon. The Fat Max is what's going to hold up the most. It's going to let you do the most bends. It's going to take the most abuse. Um, they're $1 a foot for a reason.
So just so you know, keeping on trucking is normally what happens after you strap on. So just gonna leave it there. Stanley is good. Yeah. I'm kind of biased because I absolutely love the Klein tape measure. It's my favorite. I'll be honest with you. The other one that I use, at least the one I use around the house, I buy a lot of the Craftsman ones when they go on sale. They're actually pretty comfortable. They're easy to use. They don't weigh a ton, which some of the other ones do. Definitely just grab it. And I wear shorts like 9 months out of the year. So if you throw a tape measure, like a heavy tape measure on your shorts, people get to see parts of you that no one's supposed to see. Sound like Taco Bell.
No,
Yes.
I rocked a Cobalt tape measure for 3 or 4 years. Ended up going back to Fat Max.
If your standout isn't long enough, it's your wife's fault. Actually, Rodney, in your case, you got to take up that issue with God, the Fat Max. So yeah, the Milwaukee brand is also very nice. So I will say that. I did too. You got another one?
Yeah, I got.
Don't buy it.
Well, everyone's going to argue with this one. This one's going to get some chat.
Let's see.
Let's
see. I want to see it. It's going to be a Milwaukee.
There's a reason why I have this. So
it's for the inflatable doll.
For the inflatable doll. Yeah. All right. So we're going to throw a curveball on this. This is what you should buy. This is what you should buy. This is a 23 gauge pin nailer. It's this is awesome. It's there's no heads on these nails. They're super tiny. And I don't have any nails in here. There we go. Hang on. So these nails have no head on them.
Yeah.
So there's no way of knowing which way they go except for that they have arrows usually printed on them, like lasered on there. But because I pulled this out and I have no idea which way they are, this is literally going in the trash because I'm not going to ruin my nail gun. But you get one of these at Harbor Freight, and they don't have this secondary trigger. And if you got little helpers in the shop, you got 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and you don't want to get shot by your own daughter or son, it's a good idea to have a secondary trigger.
I now know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yeah. So I bought the one from Harbor Freight, and it did not have a secondary trigger. I got it home, and I was like, pew, 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 and it was making that noise. And I was like, what the heck, man? You could literally launch, nails without no disregard. Like there's no bump thing. And I was like, that's insane. But the nail heads are too small. So if you do get one of these, it's worth the extra $50 to get it.
I like where the Shaggy Rifleman's at. The worst purchase he ever made with Craftsman 3/8 and 1/4-inch ratchets. Best purchase he ever made with the Hyper Tough socket rails. I got to be honest with you. Not that they're socket rails because I'm with you there. But this little setup that I have back here, 50 drills, impact drivers sitting on it, under $100, Hyper Tough at Walmart. All the accessories were included. Because I did get them on a fantastic sale. But yeah, that's actually, I love that thing. And every time I go to a store and I go, well, maybe I should upgrade. No. I look at them and I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to continue to use this and expand it because I love it. I really do love it. And it's Hyper Tough. It's cheap. I know it. But if it works, it works, guys. There's nothing left to be said about that. I love my DeWalt nail. Cody, we know you love your DeWalt anything. If DeWalt made toilet paper, Cody would be using it right now.
Yeah, so just so we're clear, I didn't trash that. I gave it to my uncle.
Okay.
He was in town, and I just threw it in his carry on, or not carry on, to go, whatever, check baggage.
The best purchase is the Icon. Whose best purchase is the Icon Gold Ratchet? Some crazy person? I don't know. I'm doing great, Rodney. Hey, Juan. Hey, Shaggy. Hey, Renegade. Shaggy, are you in time? Are you in time of the live stream? I don't know. So, he did one. I'm gonna do one. This one is you did one controversial. I'm going to do one that's probably not as controversial.
I didn't my controversial one yet.
Okay. So I need to go full screen it for this one. So this is actually one I bought for my mother, thinking that she would use it to clean her shower. And I had a video on it on my channel, but it is the Ryobi telescoping power scrubber. That thing has literally no power, none whatsoever. I don't think it could clean dust. And you know, you put Ajax down in the shower, even after 5 minutes, it literally couldn't do anything. What I've ended up using it for is to clean off windows on my house, and that's it. It just doesn't have anything else to it. I hate to say it because it is a product. I bought it, and I'm like, you know, Mom can use it. It's easy to use, but even the
turn it on.
The trigger here, it's actually too powerful for her to, like, it's too hard for her to press her finger in all the way to get it to go on.
Grab one of those bristles while it's spinning. Let me see.
It's too awkward to grab it.
Oh, yeah. Turn it on. Oh, yeah. There you go. You're such a beast.
Yeah. It'll just skip beats. Yeah, where is Shaka when I'm pulling out some Ryobi trash? That's what I use for my back scrubber. Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's a good idea. Does it articulate? Can you get it going?
I did buy a Ryobi. That was Lee Monson. Hello from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. Great to have you here, Lee. Hyper tough hex key with ball end. I believe you. I don't even know what they're talking about, but I'm going to believe you. So that, yeah, my mom even commented that thing had no power. Seriously enough, I ended up getting the little scrubber pads and an extent, like a 2-foot extension, and use that with a drill. And she swore by that until she was no longer able to do any of that stuff herself.
I think I did a short on one of those with a extension from Amazon.
Yeah, it works. It works well.
They work real good.
Yeah. But I would, and I got this on sale for
Rodney, would you?
What did he say? With the extension, the Smurf could use that to wash your back. Maybe my butt. She's still pretty short. Anyway, no, so I think I paid like $50 for this, and the replacement was like $20. The replacement worked 3 times better. Hey, Brandon, nice to have you here. Thank you, sir. We're just living the dream. That's grinding, not spinning. Yeah, I think I can blow it up just by holding it. It was not a struggle to hold that thing, by the way.
Hey, remind me to tell you something about something. Just say, hey, what was that something? Because I want to forget it later, and I want to tell you something later.
Oh, all right.
I'm guaranteed to forget it because it has to do with me forgetting something that we talked about earlier. Oh, yeah. No, no, no.
Uh,
You get better memory than me. Don't listen to this guy.
going to let this loose on your live stream, never before seen on YouTube. I can't wait to see what this is. Glad to be here. A little distracted also watching the Battle of Alberta. I don't know what that is, but I hope your side wins. Uh, my all-time favorite tool, though, is the Estwing pry bar. Okay. Amazing for
Is that a
pulling
live
nails.
battle? Don't answer that.
Jonathan Sherwood in the house. How you doing, Jonathan? I love the husky he's got on there. He's not lying. She could almost pass as a hood ornament. She is tiny. By the way, you know what's funny is there has been a couple of people, and one of them has a YouTube channel, and these gentlemen are not men at all. They talk behind you. They don't talk to you. One of them was going around saying that I am not married. And I said, well, that's news to my wife.
Gotta
So
let
there
her
you
know.
go. Yeah, I did. I think I was on the phone with you, and I just walked in and I'm like, hey, honey, did you know I'm not married to you? But, you know, it's just one of those things. Like people see, and it's not that I'm successful. I don't consider myself successful on YouTube. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with me. I'm doing well. I'm not doing better than anybody else. In many ways, I've held myself back on YouTube. I make every
You're like
mistake.
a pioneer for things too.
I make more mistakes on YouTube than anybody has the right to get away with. Uh, but I enjoy doing it, so I keep doing it, and I think people see that. But the reason I'm saying that is I think people see the numbers that are coming in and doing well, and they go, "Oh well, I've been doing this longer, and he's growing, and at a certain rate, maybe it's faster, maybe it's I don't really care because I don't look at your numbers, you know. So I don't know where you are. I don't know what is, but some of them look at it and they get a little antsy, and their only recourse is to lash out like petulant children and say things behind your back that they wouldn't have the courage to say to your face. And probably because they get smacked and they wouldn't know how to react to it, you know? But a lot of them do that. So they go, well, like you live with your mom. I'll be happy to show anybody that wants to. You come to my house, I'll show you the deets. Here's what we do.
Yeah.
All right. You want to look at the property? I'll walk you around. Whatever you want, you know. But you go around, you say these things, and they're lies, and they're very obvious, easy to discover lies. But they're just not like that's their little drama. And this is the only time you're going to hear me address it on this channel because they're children. They're little boys trying to play men. So I let all of them talk. It doesn't bother me. I laugh at it. To be honest with you, I make a joke of it. And occasionally you'll see me make one of them into a character just to let them know that I'm making a joke of them, right? But it's just one of those things. Like they feed on that drama. I'd rather be like happy in my life. I'd rather spend time with people that bring value to my life as I hope to bring value to
Got
the
that
life that I.
$2 holla.
Uh-oh, I missed it. Sorry. Don't forget about something, Robert. Jamie True, you're a trooper. Don't forget, Robert. Jay Taylor, not yet, buddy. Shaka Gillis with a $2 holler. Ryobi tools are trash, and you are 100% correct.
Hey, you'll be proud to know I gave away some 12-volt DeWalt's just to stop somebody from buying some Ryobi trash.
That's nice. That is nice of you. So, Millis, we'll call them YouTube certified dude. Yes, absolutely right. Well, Millis, I do not ban anybody on my channel. Here's why. I want the debate. I want you to come here and I want you to say things. If it's positive or negative, fine by me.
Right.
I'm going to let you do it. My job is not to step in and censure you. I'm not going to cloister you. I am sorry. I'm not going to try to shout you down or any of that. I'll let the audience do it. If somebody comes in here and they act a fool, I stand out of the way. I'll let the audience take care of it, because to me, I am the least important part of this channel. The most important part are the people that show up time and time again to watch these videos, to show up to the live stream, to do what they want to do. I don't want to ban anybody. About the only person I'll ban are the ones that show up and they post the go to this sex like thing. Then I'll ban, because they offer nothing. But if you're an individual and if you wanna come here and say mean and nasty things about me, I'll grade them. I'll laugh at them if you get me good, like this one right here. Ridgid tools are trash. Yeah, see, whatever. Next stream, we should talk about toolbox mods and Harbor Freight. You'll go to 100K subs real quick. I wonder if like they can send, like, if I can get Harbor Freight to send me a big old thing of the icon stuff if I speak real nice of them all the time. I'll let the audience do it. Yeah.
Give me that
Tool
blue
debates, yes, but they come on about personal things. I draw the Millis. I understand where you're coming from, Joseph. To me, what people say about me, what they say about my family, it doesn't actually bother me, because
Sticks and stones. Sticks and stones.
yeah,
Don't bother me either.
I'm a grown adult. They're not in my house.
I enjoy talking with trolls, man. Sometimes like I won't call anybody out, but I'll be like, so like today, someone was like, I like how he was pushing harder on the flex, his favorite tool, and I responded back, hey, thanks for the feedback. I'll address this comment later, because I was fixing to get in the car and drive an hour and a half to my house. And I'll probably address it. I'll lunch back and I'll watch the video when I got back home, and I was like, damn, I did push on that flex harder. So, but then sometimes you'll have a conversation and you'll say something to him, and I literally had the response, oh man, you responded to my troll really well. Hey, you got a sub, and it's just that they know that they're trolling. They're just going to see what your reaction is.
Hey, Joe, check your blue wrench, buddy. Somebody stopped me from buying a Ryobi bandsaw. My veterans really want the 10-inch benchtop one. Rodney, no, just no. No.
Stop me from buying so the quarter Ryobi is not like terrible though. I mean, it gets it done. What would you rather have, a Wen or Ryobi?
When?
Because Wen's not in store.
It isn't Menards, by the way, or some Menards. But no, I would rather have a Wen.
So I've got the Wen.
They're comparable as far as build quality. They're comparable in terms of warranty. They're not comparable in terms of price, because the Wen is cheaper.
Oh, okay. I've got the Wen. It works.
All right. Glad to have Joe the Tool Guy in the house. Everybody, Millis Construction, Impact Nation, Joe the Tool Guy, Renegades Garage, BW's Electronics, they all have channels. PFAB is in here somewhere.
Menards.
Y'all go check those guys out. They're all great guys. They're definitely people that add value to your life, to your experiences. So by all means,
yeah, Brandon.
Sorry, I got to catch up with the chat here a little bit. What are you planning to lube with your new grease gun, Mr. Souls? First of all, not the same thing he would grease. I've got a rather large lawnmower that I do all of the maintenance on myself. So I do the blade changes and whatnot. But the spindles on it, because I do most 16 acres at a time, the spindles on it, I do end up having to grease 3 or 4 times in a year. I also grease the tires on it, the axles, to make sure that my machine is as good as I can keep it for an older machine. And I gotta say, it still does great. Souls and holes. That's the other channel. That's my OnlyFans account.
Appreciate it, Joe.
How long have you had your Wen bandsaw, and do you like it?
I do like it. Hang on a second, I'll show you something.
Oh, Jonathan, you're not in danger because you have seniority over Joe, which is surprisingly because I thought Joe had it. I honestly to God, I thought Joe had a blue wrench the entire time because there's certain guys, Jim at Philly Fixed, PFab, Llama Llama, Joe the Tool guy, guys that have been around forever. Are you playing with your box? He can't hear us, so I can say whatever I want.
That's probably really loud and obnoxious. Sorry.
Yes, it was kind of loud and obnoxious.
Nice. All right, so don't do what I did. I forgot. So the first thing you're supposed to do with these bandsaw boxes is, actually not start cutting until you have a back for the darn thing. But it still turned out cool. This is cedar, so this is like $5 a cedar and a whole bunch of glue.
Yeah,
easy.
it does look good though.
That turned out pretty good.
And by the way, Joe, if you wanted to ban yourself, I would just unban you and then make you a co-owner of the account. So you're stuck. Joe is someone I turn to for advice all the time, and I am very appreciative of the time that he has given me, the knowledge that he has given me. Joe, you're stuck with me. Brandon T is a new member. I thought you were a member the whole time. Don't know. Ted says Flex can be hacked, guys.
Can it?
I don't look at or do the
we got the
hack stuff.
professional. Oh, dude, we got the professional hacker in here right now. Look at that. We got Joe the Tool Guy, the one and only.
Joe, I said that. I've been talking about Joe for a minute. Joe the Tool Guy put a video out there on a live stream. Nice. TC Kids Solo.
I've been watching YouTube for the last 3 days.
That looks like a ghost box, and all of the spooks that have channels that copy everyone ideas.
I hold in all the.
It didn't renew for some reason. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm up to 20 subs now. Hey,
spooks copy the channels.
BW. You know what? And here's what I like about BW. This guy goes on multiple streams every week. You see him all over the place.
I'm pretty sure I said to him too.
He's always like positive. He's always giving good feedback. And when he zings you well. So I appreciate guys like that. And I like having them around. So I thought for some reason, I thought you had a channel. So I apologize if I misspoke.
Oh, I'm subbed to my other channel.
Flex is indeed hackable at Lowe's. There you go. Thank you, Llama. Let's all go sub. Yeah, everybody go sub. Am I considered a DOT reject yet? Okay, so here's how you test if you are a den of someplace reject. Den of tools. Reject. Do you like garbage tools? If the answer is no, you qualify. Y'all had it as long as I could. Held it as long as I could. Thanks. Time to hack Lowe's. I think I have one sub and no vids. Hey, Scott M. Well, we're great to have you here. I'll go sub to you just to make it 2. I don't like odd numbers. All right. So my last of the tools you should not buy, and this one I'm bitter about because it took me I want to say it was a 7-hour round trip, including walking around the store, finding it, buying it, whatever. And it was one I wanted because they did not sell it in the United States until it went to direct tool factory outlet. It was not available. And I heard so many people on the Facebook group talking so highly of it and telling you it's so great. It's the Ridgid 12-volt hammer drill. I drove down special trip to Branson, Missouri because they only had one left in stock. So I drove the 3 hours there. I walked around the store for a good half hour, 45 minutes, and drove it back, charged it overnight, and went to use it. And don't buy it. This is garbage. It really is garbage. I would go so far as to say I would buy a Makita before I buy the Ridgid 12-volt hammer drill. It is that bad. It's brushed, it's loud, it's weak, it's everything you don't want in a tool. These are my people in the chat. If the world ends, I want to be with people like this. All right. I must have missed somebody zinging me. I used to be on all the streams, but this channel is the best party. And thank you, TC Kid Solo. TC Kid Solo, by the way, subscriber number 1 of 4,000, whatever we got now. He was number 1. He was the first person to watch the channel and believe in it. Much to his chagrin now. If my bank account ever got hacked, they would feel sorry for me and donate. Well, in all honesty, you do look like Father Christmas. So start jingling a bell. He told me a story about that once, by the way. Somebody jingling a bell, stealing money. It's a damn brush. Yes, it is. And it's a garbage tool. Hit that thumbs up button, people. I think Scott got 4 subs. Good.
He's got 5 now.
If you do like garbage tools, then the bear is a channel for you. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's how you tell if you're qualified to be a DOT reject here. Did that brush tool. Wow, bro. And I love Makita. I'm just saying that, like, I don't like Makita. I'm probably the only guy that'll come on YouTube and tell you he doesn't like Makita. And I mean it. They are literally up there. You can see all 3 of them right in a row. 3 Makita tools, the only 3 I own anymore.
Man, they really don't break though. They really don't break.
Yeah.
I like Makita.
I'm glad you're coming out.
Yeah.
Has Souls been drinking it? I've never had a drop of alcohol in my life.
In his life, sir.
I'm liking the 12-volt brushless Makita. William G, I appreciate where you're coming from. And look, if you guys are, what I don't like about Makita, they don't fit my hand. They haven't changed their footprint. To me, all they do is come out with different versions of the same tool. They give it a new number, and people go gaga for it and tell you it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
What really pissed me off lately with Makita was their newest 12-volt impact driver doesn't have a quick insert chuck. I mean, it was 2021 when it came. I just I returned it. I was floored. I was like, how is this even a thing? Like, Makita is known for the ergonomics and all the great stuff, and Makita was just kind of dead to me after that.
Me too.
I still like Makita, but
Don Bond, great to have you here. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. I see why Ridgid didn't release it here in the state. It's just right. Yeah, it is. I like Makita. It's a personal thing. It's
all right.
Personal.
Mine's controversial. Let's see what happens.
All right. I want to see.
All right.
For some reason, it's a live stream. Cool people are here. Also on the panel. More than cool. Ted Lamajo, Tool Guy, Tool Nerd. I haven't seen Tool Nerd here. Oh, that is kind of controversial.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Oh, this is the one that DOA. Okay, so backstory on this one. This is the first one that I ever bought. I get it home. My daughter pours a bucket of water on it. And I was just like, well, that just happened. Then I bought another one, and it doesn't sink the never really sunk the nails flush. And that was brand new too.
Ooh.
And it's okay. It if you want to use a nail punch after every job, pretty much. Um, and then I had this, and this thing probably had the most use. This is the 15 gauge, and I ran a ton of nails with this. But then the whole safety thing, like the whole mechanism, just broke off one day, man. I don't abuse these, but there's something to be said about these cordless nail guns. Yeah, sure, you don't have a cord, but they weigh like 17 times what a nail gun should, which is why I've got all Ridgid with the cord.
There you go.
And we got this guy. There'll be a review on that soon.
Yeah, I have enough tools for about 10 guys and one Chevy. That's my plan.
No, those Milwaukee's.
No, I was reading the comment. Target practice time. Hey, all right. Old tools. Isn't he on his room? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in my room.
So that we spoiled you guys by showing you the bad tools, and I've got one that I'm going to say is a great tool. It actually is a great tool because I use it for around my house. It's all I need, and I can't say it does everything great. It's not bad. And considering where I got it from and what I have said about it, this might take some people by surprise. So, toast, butter, and jam for new subs. Ridgid vacuum. No. So I need to go full screen on this. Sorry, Robert. I'm going to go full screen on this. But this is it. And it's a surprise to me because, like, it's the Bauer pole saw.
Oh, that is surprising.
This is the one tool I would say that other than my dust collector that I've gotten from Harbor Freight that I can unequivocally say every time I have used it, I have been happy.
Nice.
Ridgid fan. Tools with souls. Your panel, your penis is not a tool. Joe, maybe you're just not using yours right because whatever's wrong in my relationship gets fixed with it. I used it on the white 18-volt brushed line in 2009, and it had a job. Sold off, was trash. The impact driver is not bad, and needed new brushes. Version Gen 2, maybe limited edition. I don't know. I had the Ridgid version of the air compressor. Love it. Yeah. Power junk. Did he have that in his butt? No, I actually have a bench behind me, and I just have it in there. You weirdos. Has anyone tried the Flex Vac? Wondered how it stacks up versus the. Actually, Robert over here has it.
I like the Flex Vac. The filter on it is really good. And then it's got that button you can push to beat the filter without even having to take the whole thing apart to release dust off of the filter.
Rodney, both of us are named Robert, so I'm just going to say he likes both of our shirts. You've got the N64. Is the hair? Ask his wife. Hey. She used to be 5'11". Just pounded her down to size. I'm just saying. No. No one wants Flex. You know what? I don't know.
You should try it out then. Just go buy it. If you don't like it, return it. And let me know what you think from a professional standpoint, because you would know what's a really good vacuum. I really enjoy it. It catches flying debris really well. So attach it to the jigsaw, attach it to even their circular saw. It does really good at collecting dust. Picks up large particles. I don't think it's going to replace a shop vac by any means, but it's really good.
So I showed one of the tools I'm really happy with. Do you have one, sir?
Well,
Yeah.
not in here with me, but it was actually going to be a flex. It was going to be the vacuum, and it was going to be the flashlight.
By the way, that is a true story. The Hughes brother, I went to see their show, and by the way, all four of the brothers that I met, great guys. Very down to earth for entertainers. They're very down to earth. One of them, Marty, the oldest brother, dude's very charismatic. He just has a presence about him. Always a smile on his face. He is the gentleman that has 15 children. And the first time I met him, up at the sound booth area or whatever, and his wife's not there, but he's there, and he goes, well, Rodney goes, well, half your kids make up the show. There's 16 kids in the show. He actually has 15, 8 of them performing. And I go to the first thing I say to him after hello, nice to meet you, whatever. And they say this, and I go, she's never had a headache. I'm like, that's the way to do it, just so you know. It's just a toss between Harbor Freight table saw, lasted a whole 2 5/4 treated deck boards. Motor was toasted, or my Bob the Builder hammer. Still haven't been able to drive a 16 penny nail. I'm going to guess the Bob the Builder hammer is probably better. And kids are at my Lowe's location. Yeah, they've been trickling in. They have been trickling in. Air compressor, Robert, use a towel, man.
I don't know.
On
top of this table?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's go over feet. And then this thing's just IKEA. It's kind of cool.
So you can hack flex 50% off, according to Llama Joe and Ted. I don't talk about hacks on my channel. Just not going to be something I do.
You know what? Actually, with their marketing practices, I think a hack is in order.
You hack away. How? Please let me know. There are several videos out there that talk about hacks and how to do them. Joe the Tool Guy is the king of the hacks. I don't know if he originated it, but he is by far the best at it. He can explain it to you so well. I don't want to infringe on his thing.
Just leave it at that. Yeah.
No, I consider Joe a friend of mine.
Yeah, me too. I just don't do hacks.
Yeah, I try not to invade on anything. You can use the hammer side of that Harbor Freight table saw. All right. So the next one up, and you guys are going to see a lot of orange on my favorite tools.
So I'm curious though. Does anybody have the Flex flashlight? The 2000 lumen. I was trying to see how good it was, and the thing was going for 14 hours and still had 2 bars left. I mean, it's like I've never seen. I don't know if it's Flex's batteries or if it's just a combination of both, but it makes me really want their job site fan. But any light that lasts more than 8 hours is just impressive at that.
All right. So you want to see the tiger? There you go. There it is, a white tiger. Joe, make a video on it, please. There you go. Brandon T. Watson video. Can you show us the Wen bandsaw? Is it 10-inch bench top? He wants to see your 10 inches
on the bench.
Oh, while you're doing that or whatever, I'm going to go on to my next second best purchase,
Okay.
and it's the Stealth Force from Ridgid. 100% love that. This is my favorite impact driver because it is quiet. It's a hydraulic. It's got a hydraulic motor in it, as opposed to the hammering, the concussive sound, which does hurt my ears. I have very sensitive ears. Well, one of the reasons why I don't like music, I don't listen to music. It actually makes me dizzy. Well, impact drivers do that same thing because of that concussion. It kind of makes my head spin, and I don't enjoy using them. So the Ridgid Stealth Force here was a godsend for me because I need the the no cam out whatnot of an impact driver. I just didn't enjoy using them before, and with that, I absolutely love it, and it'll make it interesting because the next tool that I have up is also an impact driver, but it's a traditional impact driver, so that'll definitely keep you guys guessing. Here's everybody talking about their light. If you see the light, go to it. That's all I'm going to say to it. CD Rin 2.0 laughs mechanically. Also, me with CD Rin. I don't know that, but I got no jokes. I'll work on it, Brent. Hey, it's all right. Like Ted said, they're allowing hacks so they don't have to clearance or discount flex stuff. That might be true. Uh, it may be just something that
Oh, that's a good point.
it might be. I just don't know. In Milwaukee Surge M18 Impact Nation, you're 100% right. But I got the Ridgid for $75 with a battery and a charger. I don't think I've ever seen the M18 Surge down that far. Those Surge tools are legit. Yes. M12 Surge truther over here. All right. So you guys also like that. I might be the only person I've never heard anyone say like that concussion sound kind of makes them dizzy. Like it leaves your head swimming. But for me, it does. And one of the reasons why, like every time I have used an impact driver on my channel, I have worn hearing protection because you guys don't want to see this old fat man falling down. Well, actually, several of you probably do because you'll think it's funny, but old fat men falling down get hurt. So, those last two is one comment, Robert. My whatever forgot there was no return button on the YouTube mobile and hit send. No worries, Shaggy. It's all good. Let me see what you wrote. See if I can make sense. Also, me with CD Rain 2.0. I don't know what CD Rain is. M12 tool is my favorite overall tool. All right, Jonathan. I like it. Get those thumbs up. Buttons for the. You know what, guys? You should hit the thumbs up for yourselves. Don't hit it for me or whatever, or the other Robert. Hit it for yourselves because you guys are the most important. You're the stars of this channel. I come here to talk. He comes here to talk. We only do it for you. This is not like, and that's not blowing smoke. I literally only, Ed, the old tech guy, is in the house, and we're very grateful to have Ed here. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Very appreciative. Thank you, Ed. We love Ed, the old tech guy. Will be the third member of our triumvirate. So when you guys see us all together and we have the new formatting down and done, I think it'll be something that you all love. So there you go. Back and Black. Mowgli Vape. Also wanted this stealth, but have so many impact drivers now. Probably going to pick it up off of eBay anyway. It's great. And the rear hander Ridgid cordless circ saw whenever they get it. Ready for the market. Who knows when? Maybe next year with some hammer. Same with a hammer drill that would have me upgrade. I actually think the hammer drill is due out. I thought it was due out in May. It may be June, July. I don't really know, but I know they're releasing it. They said to release it in the spring. Do you have the Wen handy?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, yeah. Hang on.
Rob the Tiger.
Let's see here.
Thanks, Renegade, for being here. Renegade's Garage does a live stream every Tuesday at, I want to say it's 2 Central Standard Time. If you guys are looking for a good time on a Tuesday, go check him out. He's always got an eclectic, kind of wide-ranging. He really lets the audience control what's going on. Makita is Busura. Say, Renegade, and God bless. I second that.
Am I on the street? Yeah, I'm in.
What's that?
Come on, let's. Yeah. It's
Hit
that
it with a
saying, dude.
hammer.
You gotta put motion in your garage.
Strap on makes the best sound. He's breaking up. He doesn't know it. His phone is literally looking at him and going, "It's you,
All
not
right,
me, bro."
that might be a problem. I have to turn off Wi-Fi. I have to turn off the Wi-Fi. I see my buddy's house for the first time. I was walking in bathrooms and I was like, "Why aren't the lights turning on?" And he's like, "Because you got to throw a switch." And I'm like, "Oh man, you're missing out. You got to put motion detectors on all your bathroom switches."
Oh, brother.
What the hell is my bandsaw?
I'll wait till he gets there, Rodney. Hold your pants on.
Mm.
How far
You
does
know
your
what?
Ridgid max output hammer drill with a 4 amp hour battery with 1.5 inch bay bit penetrate material before it cuts out? Robert, as far as I need it to.
The original
It
max
really does.
output.
It really does. With an impact, Brandon, you know this as well as I do. You do not have to push on a self-feeding bit. Just let the tool do the work. Now you can pull up on it, and that'll help it for a very small amount. It'll help. But once it gets in there, I use the first version of the Ridgid so forth. It was shaking when I use it. Wasn't stable. Heard the flex. The problem. Why I never bought it. It does. It does rattle in your hand, but that's what I like about it. Oh, he got a pack out cup. Hey, yeah, Joe. So I was watching some guy's channel, and he was tipping it over on the top of his pack out and talking about, it's not stable. But as is the case with the women in my life, I don't really like anything stable. So I bought one. The Milwaukee pack out cup. And by the way, this is the best what do you call it, tumbler I've ever owned. But I did not buy Yeti. I don't buy any of that stuff. Robert, is that a Milwaukee pack? Yes, it is. Mine cut straight out, man, without pushing. Really? That's kind of odd. I've done it on the. I've literally tested it live. I've tested it in videos and whatnot, and I never had any issue with it. I want that cup. Go buy it. $35. Thank you, Ed, for the congrats on the 4K. Get accused of having it out of drill mode by a troll. To be honest with you, don't let the trolls bother you. Trolls are trolls for a reason. They should be under the. Just put out a video just for you about old Makita tool. Oh, I've got to watch it, but I need to. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. No, I will watch it because Ed made it. I'm gonna watch it. I hate jackhammers. You know what? I've only used them a handful of times. I never minded. All right, hold on. He's playing with it. I am talking. He wants to. He says woodworking type bandsaw, not the metal one. That looks like a woodworking bandsaw to me.
It's kind of dual.
Okay. Yeah,
To get you
I
done.
mean, you just changed the blade in it.
Yeah.
My favorite tool is a Milwaukee or the ink cell markers. I hate jackrabbits. All right. You're terrible, dude.
It's got brushes to clean off. The light on is actually pretty good. It's an actual LED. It's not yellow like a piece of junk. You can take this with you to lock it out. And what other? Oh, the fence on is actually not half bad. It's got a good positive lock on it, and it doesn't like I'll push on it hard. That fence is on there solid. And got a big old motor on it, and then it's got multiple sizes for dust ports built in, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
There it is.
No, what makes a decent product? And if you're
It's really not bad. This table will also tilt if you let it.
yeah.
And these things actually come off pretty easily.
What did you pay for that? Or what, $150, $170?
Well, so yeah, here's the thing, right? I bought this just like I bought my spindle sander and my jointer here. This is a flip top, so this will flip up,
Yep.
and then the jointer goes on the bottom. I bought these
What?
before everything went crazy. So total for everything, $200, $350, $500 for everything. But right now, I think this is $350 by itself.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. But
By the
that's
way, he's so eloquent, people.
it won't be available soon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. They said you need to unplug your Ryobi router.
No. Wait, I don't think I have a Ryobi router.
Oh, brother.
Hey, are you getting feedback?
Yes.
Are you getting feedback?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hang on.
All right. We're just gonna let him play around for a minute. And while he's doing that, do you have another tool that you're gonna put into your favorites for? Is it the when? That's fine. You see this? He talked bad about it, but I am going to tell you, of all the impact drivers that I have owned, this is the most powerful, the most comfortable, the most compact. This is the best impact driver I have owned. If it were like the Surge, I would love it even more. It would probably be one of the top 2 or 3 tools that I own. But yeah, this thing is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I can't imagine, other than the Collet, how they could make it better.
The Collet.
Well, I said other than the Collet.
The Collet.
Listen, Makita. Comfortable now, powerful. So comfort to me is I can get my pinky in. That's all it takes. How about the Ridgid rear handle saw when it comes out? Eventually I'll get it. I will get it. I like my one air cleaner, but it starts up in the middle of the night for no apparent reason. I leave it plugged in until I need it. So my dust collection system that I have, everything's on remote, and it's all attached to my table saw. So when I hit the remote for to turn on my table saw, it turns on my dust collector. It turns on some of the other the bandsaw, so the bandsaw will be active. It also turns on. I've got a polisher, I know it's not a polisher. I forget the name of it, but it spins. It's got a grinder on it and all that. And I leave them all on the same circuit. And the way if you turn the power on one, it shuts the power off to another one. So I'm not overdrawing my
Oh,
my
that's pretty
line.
cool.
So Ryobi router.
Oh, don't tell me that.
What?
Impact Nation, even with 2 ball bearings, his Gen 3 still loses bits. So I haven't lost a bit yet with my flex. My 20, not my 20, my 850 dropped a bit down the wall the other day whenever I was doing that, where the neutrals double logged, and I did that short video, and then I showed you why I liked using an impact drilling down in the walls, and I did that short real quick. I lost a freaking bit that same day with the 850, so the 850 also drops bits. I haven't lost one yet with my flex. I'm going to report as soon as I lose one, and you guys will be the first to know. But that is one of the reasons why I also held off on buying this. But they assured me that it's better. We're going to see.
So, can Milwaukee take a football kick off a house roof and survive like my Ridgid? Probably, because they're made by the same company. Do I know for sure? No. But I do have a video coming out of me launching a black and decker drill like a slingshot using some bungee straps. The kind of stupid things that I think about when I'm bored. But I shot that video, and I will say this: you guys are going to be surprised at how far your boy got that black and decker drill machine. I'm just saying. So there you go. 6'5". That's an inch taller than I am. And I cannot hold the Makita tools at all. They're very uncomfortable for me. I'll say that. Swap from one bike, man. I bet it's Makita. Ugh. All right. Do you have another tool you want to show them? Or did you?
No.
All right.
No.
You don't have another tool to show them? I'm telling you this. The one that
So just pretty much anything that Klein makes level wise. I mean, that's a staple as an electrician. That Klein level that I had on the live stream with the those magnets.
neodymium.
Neodymium, right? Neodymium?
Yeah.
Yeah. With those magnets, man. Hard to beat, but specifically this one right here. This isn't a Klein, but you're going to see that this is a Savage. You used to be able to get these at Lowe's. And this Johnson company actually makes Klein's levels. And they pulled out of Lowe's for some reason. But this thing used to light up, but it says my name on the back, so I don't want to or maybe I already did. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, yeah. Lighted level has a button. Lights up. I'm blind. I need them.
I like it.
When you're blind, lights, dude. Lights. Love lights.
Neodymium. That's how
whatever it is.
Lowe's in Belton. Hey, Ronald Rugen. They don't discount their stuff in the back aisle too much. They don't. I will tell you this, though, Ronald, since I frequent the Belton Lowe's quite a bit myself. And if you ever see me in there, just come up and say hi. I'm always willing to talk to somebody. So here's what I'm going to say to you. The little kid that runs the power tools section there is actually really a nice guy. He does look to help you out. He's kind of giving me the rules of what they can and can't do. Talk to that kid and see if he can't hook you up with a discount. I can't promise you anything, but he's done it for me. I've gotten $50, $75 off of tools there before. So trolls are just unhappy babies. Yes, they are. The poor driveway, did it survive? Ridgid tools are not light. They're not for the faint of heart either. Did you just say Johnson on that level? Tactics.
Neodymium.
Neodymium. It's all right. Dynium.
No. It's Neody.
Neoidium.
Mium.
Neodymium.
Neodymium. D neodymium. I don't know. It's not worth it.
Cost of that level or something like I need something like that if it lights up. Macular degeneration. You guys are really testing my ability to read today. All right.
Yeah, I've got worse than macular degeneration. I wish I had macular degeneration. I've got something stupider. I've got keratoconus, where your corneas are shaped like this instead of like this. So I can't even wear contacts anymore because it's like the contact just rubs on that point. So I've got to wear glasses now, and
The truth
yeah, I
is,
see crazy stuff.
his mother was right, and he was going to go blind from that. All right, so I showed you guys my top 3 tools that you should absolutely buy if you have the chance. The easiest to get, obviously, is the Milwaukee, which, by the way, on the Milwaukee, I got it reconditioned from Direct Tools Factory Outlet for $119 about a year ago, and love it. But the number one purchase is actually the best deal I have ever gotten on a tool. And if you guys know me, you know where this is going. It's going to be a big orange product. And it's the Ridgid Megamax. $66.04 for the power base and all 3 heads that came with it. If you guys saw the Tools with Souls challenge, you saw me destroy everybody that came to play because I use this bad boy
I
in
saw
this
you cheat.
configuration. You
Cheat.
saw me cheat. I said driller impact. That's a right angle drill on that sucker. And I absolutely destroyed everybody. 5.5 seconds to sink a 12-inch 5/8 lag, which no one's come close to in over a year now. And I'm guessing everybody's run scared from that because it's still an open challenge. I had the bandsaw like your 1 years ago. It was Craftsman I got in 95. One of the things that I like about Tom is that he gets the older tools, which I have a special affinity for older tools, especially the older corded tools, because it reminds me of my granddad and my dad when they weren't hitting me as a kid, going out working on something, and I just kind of always loved it. So those magnets, that's right.
Looks like Klein's lighted level is $35.97 on Amazon. The same little Savage one from Swanson. Did I say Swanson or Johnson? Dang it, Swanson.
It's all good.
It's okay.
840.
3171, but not maybe available.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say Jay Taylor, he's talking about the 840s config. The triple hammer, yeah, that is quickly becoming one of those tools that I do end up grabbing a lot. I do like it. Also, part of me wants to get a 3D printed 5-blade attachment and see if 200 or 2800 RPMs is enough to make that Ridgid impact driver fly. I've got a challenge for you. So my slingshot challenge, I'm going to open it up to other channels and see if they can, using just bungee straps, get theirs to fly further than me. I like challenging others, especially something that's silly, that's fun. I'm going to do it. What internet provider you use? Comcast? If so, that sometimes stinks. He was using his phone, and I think he was going mobile on it. So see you, Ted.
Oh yeah, that
Thanks
was
for being here, Ted.
that was Verizon mobile. But no, I got a gig. I got a full fiber.
Thank you for being here, Ted. So that's all 4 for me. So I gave you 4 bad, 4 good. That's all I got. We're going to be here next Sunday. Don't know what we'll be talking about. We'll figure that out during the week. But I hope you all come back. Thank you so much for being here. We love you all. Have a good night. God bless. You got anything to say?
Thanks for coming. See you later.
Thanks for coming. He said that to us